On this Motivational Monday, we are learning how to prevent summer slide. You know, we often think about it for our kids who are out of school, but adults can actually face it too.
Yes, we can. So here to get us back on track, Tanya Dalton. She's a productivity expert. She's also the author of The Joy of Missing Out.
I love that.
Great title, by the way.
Thank you.
Great title. So, I mean, you know, again, to Dylan's point, summer can be hard. Even at work, people are a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more laid back. How do you give yourself a break from the rat race without, say, going off the rails totally?
Yeah, well, first of all, we're not rats, so let's get out of that race.
Yes.
First of all, right? But here's the thing, we truly believe that productivity is about go, 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 get more done. And true productivity isn't about doing more, it's doing what's most important. Stepping back, giving yourself a little breather is really, really healthy. We often think of rest as being a reward for great work.
Yeah.
It's actually a requirement for great work to happen.
Okay.
So stepping back is really productive.
So what are some other tips to be more productive?
Yeah, well, one of my favorite things to tell people is it doesn't need to be difficult. It can be incredibly simple. In fact, in The Joy of Missing Out, I have a whole section about simplicity because we have a tendency to overcomplicate things, don't we?
Yes.
We love to overcomplicate things.
Sure.
So really, let's think about like our morning routine. Our routine doesn't have to feel so routine. It can feel really nurturing and nourishing to the things we want to do. If productivity is doing what's most important, let's put some of those into our morning routine. Your morning routine is actually just habits. Did you know that 40 to 45% of your daily actions are habits?
40 to 45%.
Right? That's a great little party tidbit to share, right? I mean, think about every time you put on your pants,
You're right.
put the same leg in first.
That's true.
It's a habit.
That's interesting.
So
Greg does
Then it
both at the
doesn't-
same time.
he does. Well, Craig's an overachiever,
Yeah, he is.
so we
He
have
is.
that, right? So if we take some habits we already have and we stack on top of them, we
Yeah.
can create a routine that has a lot more meaning to it.
Less
So let's
of a
say
chore.
Exactly. So let's take a habit that most people don't think about in the morning. Coffee.
Right.
Who here goes, hey, should I have a cup of coffee? Maybe not. No.
I
There's
look
no
forward
debate.
to that cup of coffee.
Right?
Just have it automatically, right?
Exactly. So let's stack on that habit to do something with intention. So perhaps you're wanting to journal more, and maybe you want to move your body a little bit more. Okay, well, let's take that habit of coffee and put your journal right next to it. So when you get your cup of coffee, there's your cue. I'm going to grab my journal. And then you're going to go sit somewhere, you're going to journal. Next to that spot, you leave your tennis shoes. So then you go take the dog for a walk. You see how we just stack these habits one after the next.
So what's interesting is you say instead of a to-do list, you should have a priority list. So what is the difference between these? And I think you've got some examples for us.
Yeah, well, the to-do list is one of those habits I would love for people to break, which generally makes people go,
Yeah, I
oh my
love a
God,
good to-do list.
makes you break out in hives,
I just
right?
wrote one this morning. Haven't done anything on it.
Well, this is the thing. If we want our lives to be simple, our to-do list is not simple. I want you to think about this. How often do you write something down just to cross it off? Have you done that?
Yes.
Yeah, me. I've done that for sure. If you're doing that, it's a sure sign that your to-do list is working against you. Because our brain loves that check mark. It loves crossing
It's like a
things off.
reward.
It's like, wake up.
It's a little hit of dopamine, and our brain goes, ooh, that feels good. So we want to make sure that we're not just doing things to check them off. That's the low-hanging fruit. That's why we go to bed absolutely exhausted because we were busy, but feeling like we haven't done enough, right? So our to-do list is too long, it's unorganized,
So for example, you say
haphazard.
long and unattainable. What's the priority version?
Well, the priority version is much shorter. So instead of having a list that's just running, we're going to have 5 to maybe 7 items on there. And we're going to start ranking things in priority. And then we want to make sure that we're really making clear choices. We want it to be organized. Overwhelm is this word I hear all the time from people. Oh, I feel so overwhelmed. Overwhelm isn't having too much to do. It's not knowing where to start. And a really good priority list tells you where to start.
So by
that takes away
organizing.
a lot of that anxiety.
Yeah.
So what are the steps to creating the priority list? How do we go about doing it?
I love that question because I like to say a priority list is a to-do list with intention. It takes the same amount of time and yet it's organized, right? So we're gonna have 3 categories, and the top category is escalate.
Okay.
So the first thing we have to understand is urgent and important are not the same thing. Important tasks are like tied to our goals. They're things that are essential that must be done by us. They're an investment in our future.
Yeah.
Urgent only means it's got a deadline, right? And a lot of times we think that things are urgent should be the first thing that we do. But in fact, we want to start with escalate at the very top of our list, which are things that are urgent. They have a looming deadline, but they're also important. So they're tied to our goals or tied to the important work that we're doing. Okay? So a task that might be under escalate might be fixing your car if it's broken down.
Yeah, right.
Or getting ready for a presentation that's happening tomorrow.
And then cultivate and accommodate.
Cultivate is important, but not so urgent. So that's the longer term things, like maybe signing up for a class or working on a project that's not due for a couple of weeks so we can do a better job. And then at the bottom, we have accommodate. Accommodate are things that are urgent, but they're not really important. It's like 99% of your inbox right now. Those are accommodate.
Tanya, thank you.
Yeah.
This is great.
This is really
Absolutely.
helpful.
Motivational Monday.
Thank you so much.
Tanya Dalton.